Hey, what's up, you guys? Listen, bringing you new information on what happened between Diddy's sons and Ray J, that all out brawl. Y'all, there are people saying that the brawl was so intense that they were afraid that it would turn into blank blanks, that hammers will be pulled out, that they will whip out that blower and let that chopper sing. Y'all, there's an eyewitness account. It is none other than Miss Hazel E. Baby, you know Hazel E. Cat Williams' old girlfriend, right? Maybe even his current boo. I don't know. Let me not start anything. But Hazel E., you know she can tell a story. If you have seen her on the Tasha K, you already know the way she actually gets down. Baby, she is giving all the details. And guess what? There were reports that people are like, oh my God, maybe it was only two of them. I can't really see Quincy being involved. She said she saw all of them circling like jackals, and she had to jump on Quincy. Now, side note, she did say Chris Brown put Justin under one arm and Christian on the other and pulled them away. And she had to pull Quincy away. But you guys, before we get into that, I'm going to let it play straight through. We got to talk about the way Diddy's boys just ruined. And when I say ruined Diddy's bid for bail. Diddy, against all odds, look at God's glory, got his bid for bail kicked down from the appellate court back in the district court because they said they had new information out of this, that, and the third. However, the government has long said Diddy is a menace to society and he cannot be on the streets because he commands his cohorts, the people that have helped run his criminal organization, to do his bidding. Now, listen to me. Diddy ain't beating those charges. Why? Because Justin runs one of his companies. Christian is running one of the companies. And low-key, Quincy actually might be running one of the companies too. If one of those companies are, tell your daddy, I'll be sure he better watch his mouth. Diddy Incorporated. But all jokes aside, right? It also paints a disturbing trend. Think about what's been going on. Diddy was arrested for obstruction of justice, coercion, using violence and threats of violence to get people to shut up. Diddy's biggest fear is the people closest to him actually talking about what actually happened at the freak offs, what they saw. Remember when the government said you only got a little time, you either going to be a witness or you're going to be a co-conspirator. You get in jail time regardless, but do you want to spend the rest of your life in jail like Diddy, or do you want to see your grandchildren take their first step, right? Now, I know what y'all saying, but ain't baby love the same age as Diddy's grandchild should be? Stop, right? Let's get back on track. But what else happened? Funkmaster Flex, for reasons unknown that still boggle my mind, literally publicly threatened Shine when Shine said that he was Diddy's scapegoat, that he was not the one that fired the gun, that he was not the one that did all this stuff. Funkmaster Flex, for no apparent reason, erupted in anger and publicly threatened to expose Shine. Publicly talked to Shine like he was that same kid, according to Funkmaster Flex, that was getting beat up in the studios, and threatened to expose him if he didn't keep quiet about what Shine was going to expose about Diddy. Now, I don't know if Funkmaster Flex is running interference for Diddy. I will say that Shine was one of Diddy's day one people, including Shine, says he did a bid for Diddy. It is not in Diddy's interest for Shine not just to talk, but to even have the perception of talking, because other people that might have got the Shine special also might be keeping their mouth shut. Again, it does look like Funkmaster Flex is helping Diddy silence people, whether he realizes or not. Now, couple that with what just happened with his children. What just happened with them boys? Did those boys not circle Ray J, jump on him, and try to check Ray J publicly? Let me tell you something. Ray J is plugged in. We can laugh about his bifocal frameless and all this other stuff. Ray J is plugged in with LA street culture. He is 100%. You can't be that goofy and act that funny without actually having some serious protection, okay? It's all a facade. That lovable act, Ray J is plugged in. For them to roll up, they were sending a message, or trying to send a message about who, when, where, how, and who was running stuff. Unfortunately, now that your billionaire daddy or wannabe billionaire daddy is in jail, people are laughing in Diddy's kids' faces. But with no further ado, let's let Hazel E tell the story. I'm going to let it run through once so y'all hear her whole story. And then y'all hang around for the director's cut because I got some questions. Let's go.
The building, actually, I honestly just saw like Christian, Justin, Quincy kind of start circling Ray a little bit. Words were exchanged. Things started getting heated as we went into the parking garage. You know, I feel like chests were being bumped. Ray had a backpack, and from the last situation we were outside with the zoo stuff, he went around and tried to go grab his backpack, and he had this satchel on. So I'm like, does he have a blower in there? Like, I don't want it to really like get to this level. So out of nowhere, Chris Brown hops out the car like a freaking leprechaun out of the magically delicious sky. And like, honestly, he started breaking it up. I tried to talk to Quincy, Christian, get their stance on it and let them know that this wasn't the time and the place. I understand emotions are high, and I understand what they're going through, but for the betterment and everybody getting in a better space, I pray that all parties can resolve things equally. You know. And,
so, from what you've seen, did things ever exactly get physical, or was it just words exchanged? Was there any, you know, fist thrown or?
It definitely was like a chest bump, pushback, pull up the pants kind of vibe. But the way Chris came out and just like I mean, I swear he took Justin and Christian at the same time and just got both of them. I grabbed Quincy. The other security start, you know, his manager David, their security, they grabbed Ray. So it was like before actually like things all the way ensued. You know, we had a couple angels by our side.
So do you think that had Chris Brown not been there, that the situation could have gotten, you know, worse or gone? You were worried about, you know, shots being fired.
Yes, absolutely. I feel like if Chris wasn't like the bigger voice of reason in that moment, I don't think anything that any of us were saying would have toned the situation down. So honestly, yeah, Chris really did help the situation. I don't know when Chris became the big homie. You know what I'm saying? After we're just trying to get Ray calmed down because at this point he feels like he got pressed. He got pressed by the Combs kids, and he's like, you know, a grown man OG from LA. He feels like they in his city. You know what I'm saying? So his emotions were definitely high, running rampant. You know, we try to get him in the sprinter. David, Amber, and I try to like continue to press him down because where he was at, it still probably would have kept going had
David being Ray J's manager and Amber Rose.
Yeah, David Weintraub, that's Ray J's manager, Amber Rose. Yeah, we try to grab him in our sprinter, you know, and try to get him up out of there because, you know, where he was going in his mind, it wasn't gonna like be a good night.
So have you talked to Ray J since? How's Ray J feeling about the situation now? Are you able to speak on it?
Yeah, I definitely talked to him, and he definitely feels like, you know, they was out of pocket, and you know, things got to be addressed.
Okay, just in case y'all wondering, they were ID'd at the scene. Here is Quincy dressed up as Frankenstein and Christian dressed up as a little boy lost whose whole personality is being a boyfriend, and his dad who he looked just like. You know, I actually really do feel sorry for Christian. He's 26 or 24, however. He seems so young. I don't think his frontal lobe is developed. And I'm not even saying that to be funny. I'm saying that there's something so childlike about Christian, so lost. I actually feel the sorriest for him. He seems to be the one most under his dad's spell and idolizing his dad the most. Anyway, I guess they're doing Elon Musk Cybertruck promotions and whatnot. But again, this was from the Halloween party. It draws more credence as this was a setup because they dressed in masks. They are dressed in masks. Better to run up on people. Better to run up on people. Nobody knows what Justin's mask looked like, but there have been several people. I talked to 5 people. 3 of them actually claimed they were on the scene. Hazel Lee, you just saw her on her interview. She gave details. She said she actually pulled Quincy off of things. Other people have said that all 3 boys circled Ray J were on the scenes, and it might have just actually come to blows. I'll tell you one interesting thing that came out of it. The fact that Hazel Lee let it be known Ray J wants an apology and it needs to be dealt with. And they were out of hand. See, that's the thing. The daddy let them live in playland too long. Regardless, we hope all this blows over with no violence. I will say one thing, Ray J, if you mad, 1-888-4-HSI, that is for Homeland Security Investigation, TIP. Again, that is 1-888-48, I'm sorry, 1-888-4-HSI. TIP. Baby, Homeland Security is waiting for you to tell them what you know or tell them more. I'll tell you one thing, Diddy must be so mad because whatever his sons thought they were doing, and I think I know what they thought they're doing, they were helping with, whether they knew it or not, witness intimidation, obstruction of justice, and all that stuff. Again, everything these people do happens for a reason, right? Look at just Christian in this dance, and I'm sorry. I'm looking at him doing his little set. He's still moving like his name is Diddy from 2000. Again, I worry about Christian. He idolizes that. But yeah, if you or anyone you know has been has been touched by or hurt by or threatened by a Diddy associate, please share your story. 1-888-4-HSITIP. Let them know. The only way they're going to get away with it is if they stay quiet. But right now, just like Ray J know, the Combs boys ain't running anything, not even home to their daddy. Listen, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Listen, we see their masks. Listen, it looked like they were scheming. Pray for Christian. Pray for Christian. He looked like he needed more than anyone. I'm not even being funny. Something really childlike about him. And again, there's something that I don't think he realizes, the gravitas of the situation. And I do think Diddy is actually exploiting that. At the end of the day, we are beginning to see everybody around Diddy was a victim. But there comes a time where every victim, you have to either stand up or be grouped together. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I will talk to y'all later. And, last thing I want to leave y'all with, was I keying when Hazel E said that she had to pull Quincy off? And that Chris Brown handled the other two. Those homeboys need to sit down before it's too late. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I will talk to y'all later. Bye.